got a brief break in the action. I want to welcome everybody to Flay High Field. Mike Gay along with Craig Tiedites. And we have senior night.
Which obviously has been done for the last number of years.
I'd like to recognize the seniors for Dedham. Number 6, Ross Dillon. Number 12, Corey Kilroy. Number 10, Dylan Mader. Number 7, Kyle Michike. Number 4, Nicholas Olson. And number 2, Daniel Perna. And now for our Westwood Wolverines. Let's start off recognizing Nick Bonner and his parents, Stephen and Susan.
Nick Barner, one of the three tri-captains for Westwood. He's a credible goaltender. He's had some great saves this season and throughout his career here at Westwood High School.
And it looks like he's going to try to play collegiate soccer, so we wish him luck. He's definitely shown his skill set this early season.
And his mom and dad, and I got to get it in the camera here, excuse me, that is Stephen and Susan Barner. Susan has done a tremendous amount for the varsity team this year. She's been the lead organizer, running the soccer boosters.
Nick Fusco and his parents, Al and Fran.
Nick Fusco and, again, his mom and dad, Al and Fran.
Brian Gibbons, his parents, Ken and Jeanette.
Brian Gibbons, or as the teammates will call him, Gibbo. Ken and Jeanette, proud parents.
I'm going to get you guys to record.
Dan Hiller and his parents, Tom and Kelly.
And that is Tom and Kelly Hiller with Dan Hiller, one of the center backs for Westwood. Dan's had a very strong season, as have all of the seniors. Came in with a broken wrist and
Brad Orsini and his parents, Craig and Amy.
played with a brace, and then he's shedded that brace in recent games. Craig Orsini lives right around the corner from me. Great kid, great family. Craig and Amy, proud parents. Brad is their youngest. And next year they will have a number of college payments.
That may be the case.
Brian Reisfelder and his parents, Bob and Andrea.
Brian Reisfelder, or as his teammates call him, Ricey. Bob and Andrea. Nice.
Embrace.
Nice embrace. Nice embrace. I like it. All of the senior moms being presented with roses. Nice
And
touch.
I believe the fathers are getting a McDonald gift certificate.
which
Bryce Whitney, his
sounds
parents,
about right.
Steve and Nancy.
And the third captain, actually I should say the second senior tri-captain is Bryce Whitney and his dad Steve and Nancy. We're going to give you a little bit of a bonus coverage here. And in just a second, we're going to give a national anthem singing. This is a fairly low budget production, so we'll apologize in advance. And rounding out senior night, it's Aaron Fitzgerald who is going to be singing the national anthem in just a second. We're going to get a picture of, there we go, say hello. You're on camera. We'll just take the pressure off and go back to the field here for a second, where all the parents are getting their picture that will show up in most newspapers on the eastern shoreline. So great round of applause. The fans started a wave, Craig. That was
Friday night traffic. We're going to be getting a larger group here shortly.
yeah. Well, the tailgate has just gotten out of hand as well. I mean,
It is. The senior center, right?
yes.
And now for our starting lineups.
And before we do the
Starting off
national
with the
anthem, we'll do
Dedham Marauders.
starting lineups.
Number 24, Miguel Alvarez. Number 18, Zachary Clasby. Number 6, Ross Dillon. Number 19, Michael Flynn. Number 23, Anthony Iantosca. Number 12, Captain Corey Kilroy.
Looks like number 12, Corey Kilroy is the keeper.
Number 10, Captain Dylan Maida. Number 14, Kevin McDonough. Number 7, Captain Kyle Michike.
Kyle Michike, I was warned
2,
in advance
Daniel
that it's a
Perno.
very difficult name to pronounce, so that's a good heads up for us.
That's right.
And number 8, Ben Shumway.
And that is the starting lineup for Dedham.
And now for your Westwood Wolverines. Starting in goal, wearing 0, Nick Barter, captain.
Again, Nick Barner, one of 3 captains.
Number 8, Dan Hiller.
Dan
Number
Hiller,
3,
another senior.
Brad Orsini. Number 4, Brian Reisfelder. Number 6, Tommy Bukavalis. Number
Tommy
10,
Bukavalis,
Captain
a
Michael
junior.
Moylan.
The only junior captain of the 3, Michael Moylan.
Number 13, Captain Bryce Whitney.
Bryce Whitney, the other of the 3
Number
captains.
14, Brian Gibbons.
Gibbo will be up
Number
front
15,
tonight.
Joshua Morrison Deutsch.
Joshua Morrison Deutsch.
Number 17, Jason Moy. Number 19, Michael DeTuitz.
We got to work on that pronunciation of the Tuits. But
Even his father needs to
he needs to work on that.
remedial work on that
Yeah.
one.
And all now, please rise and remove your caps
And
for
we're
the
gonna
singing of the
swing
national
to the
anthem by
left
tonight's
here.
Westwood High School senior, Aaron Fitzgerald.
So Aaron Fitzgerald will round out senior night.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Absolutely phenomenal job by Aaron Fitzgerald, a senior at Westwood High School, showing that the talent extends beyond the soccer field.
Aaron,
this
thank you
school.
very much. Excellent job. I'd like to wish both teams good luck. Go Wolverines.
So Aaron getting congratulations from all of the parents here. That was awesome. And again, we apologize for the somewhat low budget production. Normally we'd have a switcher, Greg, and we'd go from one camera to the next. But
So
we haven't graduated to that level yet.
yeah, and I appreciate the early commentary by you. We've got some new technology this evening. Wearing headsets, so hopefully.
You know, it's all part of an elevation here. You know, the athletic director Matt Gillis just you know, taking it all in and seeing where the programs can go. So we've been doing a lot of strategy sessions with Matt and Westwood High School, Sean Bevan, the principal. You know, we put a lot of time and effort into this.
So let's talk about Dedham coming into the contest, Mike.
So Dedham is a new entrant into the Tri-Valley League.
That's correct.
This is their first year.
And if I'm not mistaken, based on the MI website, they just came off a defeat against Norton.
Yeah, Norton, quite frankly, the best team that Westwood has faced all season long.
You wonder whether they actually allowed their top talent to play in that match. But regardless, you know, you have to play every match. You never know what's going to happen. And so let's see what Westwood does.
Yeah, you know, they do have one win to their credit this season. So again, you don't take any team lightly. But I think this has been a jump for them into the Tri-Valley League and just adjusting to the physicality of the league. You know, you know, they've been in some games. You know, they just coming off a 5-3 loss also to Dover Sherburne. You know, Dover Sherburne, a strong team. They came in here and you know, played Westwood well. So again, I think that you look at some of the scores.
I mean, if you can put 3 goals in net against Dover Sherburne, you need to be prepared tonight.
Absolutely, and Westwood, you know, really trying to break through. They've come off a strong win, looking to build on it. They were in Millis earlier this week, and you know, great team win. They pretty much controlled from start to finish. Let's see if they can control the ball, you know, possess, build out of the back, and put some great scoring opportunities together. So heavy senior laden team, all of the seniors starting for Westwood. Yeah, so we're visited by Dong Zhang, and he's the other cameraman, the other father cameraman, but he's very impressed with the headsets. So you know, we'll show you a picture of the headsets before the end of the day today.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's quality. And a shout out as we joke about the headsets, Westwood Media Center, phenomenal asset to Westwood. I think if you're watching this game, you're already aware of it, but spread the word. They're at 15 per wall, an amazing studio.
Yeah, even if you're having, you know, challenge with your own like personal videography, they can help you out, give you some hints, tips.
With that said, Melinda Garfield, the executive director, probably wouldn't appreciate you showing up with VCRs and camcorders to have them fix them. They don't actually do that, but phenomenal. Again, they've got training classes. They've got a phenomenal studio where they capture various programming. They cover all of the government, town government meetings. Not all, but most of them. And Dedham will start off with possession. So as we joke with each of the starts of the game, we'll do our best not to bore you, and if you get sick of us, just turn the volume down and enjoy some great soccer. That's Brad Orsini on the far side, number 3, with the throw-in. Brad, a soccer fanatic, not only playing soccer all the way through high school and obviously now as a senior, but is a frequent referee. Started off as Westwood Youth Soccer and worked his way up.
Now that you mention it, you're correct.
And right away, that's a break. Oh, that's a great save by Nick Barner. Nick Barner, right place at the right time. And that's a defensive breakdown early for Westwood, but hopefully they're just getting their groove on here.
It's a good no call.
Yep. And that will be Dedham's ball.
So that may be a little foreshadowing. You might be finding Dedham to be throwing the long ball out there, testing that defense of Westwood.
Yeah, absolutely. That number 2, Daniel Perno, showing some speed. You know, it was some of the fans grumbled, thought it might have been offsides, but you know, good no call. Oh, great pass, Ryan Givens. Oh, and just a little too much on that self pass. Nice defense by Dedham. That's number 10 for Dedham, Dylan Maida.
Made him.
There's Ricey. Brian Reisfelder. Nice shield. And that's a great job. That'll be a goal kick for Westwood. So as you watch that, and if you're not familiar with soccer, that is perfectly legal to shield and prevent the opposing player from getting access to the ball. What is illegal is if you take your arms and actually create a hold on them.
Yep.
You'll see that occasionally called. It's Michael Tedites in the middle, number 12, a sophomore for Westwood, one of 2 sophomores in the lineup for Westwood.
So don't want to preach yet, Mike, but we really need to slow the game down with possession. Looks like Dedham is going to play this kind of wide open game. So,
well, we saw that actually in Millis earlier this week, and Millis tried to play a similar wide open style, and they actually had some great scoring opportunities early, probably the better in the first 10 minutes of the game. But then Westwood used that aggression to their advantage, and and scored a couple of goals and somewhat broke the will of Millis. So hopefully that's a repeat here.
So do you think they were coming from a grass field in Millis to now obviously the turf field? Does that aid Westwood?
You know what? I don't necessarily know if it aids them. I mean, I think the game will be faster in general. But Westwood is that's a clear takedown from behind. Tommy Bukavalis for Westwood. Nice play. Gets right up and down the field he goes. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a huge advantage. Westwood has played 90% of the games on turf, so I would say that it was somewhat of a disadvantage being on grass earlier this week, but they did well against Millis. Mm-hmm. It's a free kick from Michael Moylan, gets it up front. And
smart play.
Absolutely.
By Dedham's defender.
Senior captain for Dedham, the goal kick, or actually, excuse me, the free kick. There's Bryce Whitney gets it up to Tommy Bukavalis. Little flick by Michael Tedites, gets the ball over to Jason Moy. Jason Moy over to Craig Orsini. Over to Tedites.
Almost a dangerous play with a high boot.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, nice little toe poke by number 14. That's Gibbo.
All right, we're settling down, Mike, which is good. Let's playing the one-touch, two-touch ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, when Westwood puts together multiple passes, can start working triangles up and down the field. They've been one of the better teams talent-wise when they force the ball and don't play it on the ground and just try to rush things. They've struggled.
So from a lineup standpoint, it looks like they've backed Michael Moylan back to more the stopper position.
Yeah, and we've speculated that certainly a natural position that Michael can play. His brother Patrick has been playing that, probably the most frequent player to stay in that position. Turnover for Westwood. Nice.
You lose it, you get it back. Nicely done. That was, I believe, Reisfelder.
That's a nice ball. Gibby to Josh Morrison-Deutsch. Morrison-Deutsch with speed. Oh, and he goes right by the defender. Oh, that's a great play, and that's going to be a corner.
Yeah, he earns a corner.
Yep.
So, you have to attack on the offensive side, put them on their heels, and Morrison-Deutsch, as you mentioned, had that pace on the outside.
And that was number 7 that he went by, Kyle Mikache. Actually, what was it? Excuse me, hold on one sec. I will tell you the right pronunciation. I told you it was hard. Mitchkake.
Not to be confused with
Yeah.
Mitch Kupchak.
Mitch
Yeah,
Kupchak,
of-
which-
of-
yeah, there you go. Which most of our audience has no idea who that is, but I know because we're old.
A former basketball. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Actually, a little bit more mustard than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Orsini into the box.
Oh, nobody home. It looked like Michael Tiedites came across and just a little too much momentum brought him right past the ball. Oh, that's a nice play. Nice play. That was Jason Moy gets the ball. Oh, and that's another great play, and that looked like a handball. But it looked like a handball, but it's going to be a great save. That
Was
great.
Bucavalis on using the obviously kids? Make sure you can use both feet.
Absolutely. That was Corey Kilroy with a nice save for Dedham.
Whitney, nice going after the ball.
Yeah, that was a little underneath action by Tiedites. Did you learn that from you, Craig?
No, he's height challenged, so he's got to work on some angle.
Low center of gravity. So we'll have a free kick for Dedham right at midfield. We'll go right into the defender, and a little bit of an advantage here, although numbers would not say so. That's a nice play.
Dispossessed.
That was Dylan Maida. That's Orsini.
He's relentless, and I like his work ethic over there, Mike. Not
Absolutely.
giving up on the ball.
Yep. Absolutely. So it'll be a throw in for Dedham. The Marauders of Dedham. That's a nice ball right to
Barner.
Barner with the easy possess.
I like the way he settles the game down. It could be easy. A less quality goal would be immediately booting the ball, but he gives his team an opportunity to get upfield.
That's a nice head flick. Oh, and then we got a run here. Oh, and there's not one more pass. Oh, okay, Josh Morrison-Deutsch, nice play. Oh, I disagree with that call. He got ball, and that was a tough play. Josh was coming down. He had Michael Tiedites on the left side. I think the thought was to put the ball over in front, but nice defensive play by Dedham, and they break it up. So again, Westwood is another example of using the aggression of Dedham against them.
It's just a smart play by Brad over there. Don't try to do too much with it. I'd like to see Westwood use Nick Barner a little bit more. Nick's got some fantastic feet back there for a keeper. It's a nice relief valve, so to speak.
That's a nice play. And that's an offsides call. That's you always hold your breath when there's a whistle when you're in the box. Although if that would have been a penalty, I would have. I think that would have been a tough call for Westwood.
You know, I can't speak. I don't think I've seen this officiating crew before, but the gentleman that made that call, he seemed to be pretty adamant about it. So hopefully there's no ambiguity in their calls tonight. Nice ball, nice change of fields by Bucavalis.
That's Ricefelder, and he'll get the ball right up.
Oh, yeah, take the shot.
Nice. Ooh, just a little too much juice on that. That's a mistake, and that is Gibbo, excuse me. That's just a little too much.
So, Mike, you obviously are a well-schooled Nickelodeon fan, using reference to, I believe it, Gibbo.
I am
Gibby.
not, actually. And that looks like that might be another corner for Westwood. Another mistake. That's number 6. That is Ross Dillon. Was a senior for one of the other seniors for Dedham.
All right, I'm going to predict short ball here. Maybe, let's say I haven't done it yet.
The under over here is, I'll take a 2-to-1 odds. I'm going to take the long ball.
Okay, well, that would be smart now that I've seen that
I
there's.
see that there's nobody short. And that's a nice ball crashing. That's a goal. That is Josh Morrison-Deutsch. Josh Morrison-Deutsch breaking through in Millis last week with his first goal of the season for Westwood.
Do you know what I liked about that? Is he timed it, but he actually got up in the air before. The key to heading the ball is making sure you're up in the air prior to when it gets delivered. A lot of control. Well done.
Yeah, Josh Morrison Deutsch, 2 straight games with a goal, and I was talking to Cheryl, his mom, today, and I said that he broke the seal last week and look for great things again tonight. So I take 100% credit for that goal. I'll take 99% credit. I'll give Josh 1%.
You might want to just bump up to 100. Okay, so, soccer is, actually any sport obviously is a game of momentum. Let's see if we can garner that right now and put another ball in the back of the net.
Absolutely. And again, you're using the aggression of Dedham and a mistake by Dylan there. And that's tough play. And again, you turn the ball over, but then your defense has to pick you up and execute, and prevent a goal on a corner. Westwood has been bitten by the free kick and corner kick bug earlier in the season themselves. Nice ball by T-Dites, gets it over to Gibbons, and it'll be another corner.
So by my higher mathematics, that would be 3 so far in this match.
That is well done.
High school soccer, you get it into the box, and 9 times out of 10 it becomes a scrum, and whoever wants that ball is hungriest for it. Obviously,
Let's see if they're going to go
gets the benefit.
The same play again. Michael Moylan will take the corner. Another ball goes long. Okay, and that one was flicked out. Nice defense up top. There's Craig Orsini. I'm sorry, Brad Orsini.
His dad did a nice play there by his dad.
Yeah, exactly, which, I think they're questioning his age, and they should. Actually, where is Craig? Craig Orsini is our team cameraman, and he is a professional photographer.
And Bryce's dad also is taking a lot of snapshots.
Steve Barner. Craig, a professional photographer and videographer. This will be another corner. I thought that was a goal kick, but
Oh, it's a lovely ball.
another header. That will stay in bounds, and there's T-Dites. Ooh, just nice shoulder-to-shoulder play by Dedham there. And then there's Gibbons, and he gets a nice shield. Gibbons gives it up to T-Dites. T-Dites will look, and there's a streaking Moylan. Gets the ball in to Morrison Deutsch. Ooh, they're going to call Michael Moylan for a continuation foul.
I don't usually get all up in arms about the physicality and whatnot.
You do. You do pretty much every game.
That was clearly a Dedham foul. Nice move by Michael Moylan. Again, Orsini tracked it really well back there.
And that's going to be a Dedham throw-in. And we're going to have a first substitution of the game for either team. Looks like that is, let's see, what number is that?
2 is departing.
Yeah, and that's number 16 for Dedham. And I will tell everybody here because I have a list on my phone. And again, I'm old. So
I don't like your pre-telecast preparation.
That's okay. And that's number 16 is Jack Sargent into the game, and he's replacing Daniel Perno. Perno, again, with that early breakaway for Dedham, and you'll see that a lot. They'll take out the forwards, the strikers, and they're doing quite a bit of running out there. Dan Hiller. Nice Bukavalis chasing.
Ooh. Got to clear your line.
Let's see if Westwood can take advantage of that mistake. Michael T-Dites. Brian Gibbons.
I tell you, Gibbons looks like he's all charged up. He's got a lot of energy tonight.
Gibbons was
playing with purpose.
He was made with energy. He's always fired up. Lots of speed and
tenacity.
Absolutely. It's a great ball. Great ball. Even better defense, though, by Brian Reisfelder. And that'll be a goal kick. Great play. That's the second time Reisfelder has just absolutely, had us all on the edge of our seats as the ball slowly goes towards the goal.
Textbook play.
What book do you write about that?
That's clearly geometry, soccer geometry. Ooh,
That's
almost.
a dangerous play. I don't like seeing that. When you bend down. I mean, there wasn't a Westwood player in the vicinity, but still, that
Orsini, nice ball to the flank.
nice job. Jason Moy will play it off the Dedham defender, the ricochet.
Again, the continual reference to the local Carlisle band, the Cars, with Ricochet.
Or Okasik, one of the two. And that was Tommy Bukavalis, and the 3-point field goal is good. So Aaron Fitzgerald singing the national anthem.
You know, I was meaning to ask her what is her her plans, because that was just fantastic.
Beautiful.
And you know, the pitch was perfect. She,
Nice play. That's Tommy Bukavalis. The ball will go out of bounds, Westwood ball. Yeah, it's amazing you see the talent of some of the young boys and girls of Westwood and other towns, and that was a very pleasant surprise. Oh, nice play. Bukavalis goes by 3 defenders, or 2. Oh, nice. That was a redirect off of Josh Morrison Deutsch.
my colleague here, Mike, stealing phrases from the studio audience.
I was stuck. I didn't really know what word to use, and then I heard.
Oh, that was a nice through ball.
I'm gonna give credit to George Bukavalis, Tommy Bukavalis' dad, on that one.
That's a nice ball.
Westwood
Use your
definitely-
support. Use your support, boys. Bryce, way to step in.
Westwood doing a nice job in the midfield. Oh, nice cutback. Nice dish. Oh, that's a great ball. Michael Tedites with an absolute rocket. Yeah, a great shot and even better save. Again, that was Corey Kilroy, the senior captain for Dedham. He's had a couple of nice saves early in this game. With 21 minutes and 20 seconds to play, Westwood with a 1-0 advantage. On a goal by Josh MD.
So, Mike, you've noticed I have not talked about the weather, which is my standard go-to.
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go there now.
Exquisite evening.
Absolutely beautiful. These are the fall nights where it hasn't quite gotten over to a frost. That is absolutely gorgeous.
And it's supposed to be just a nice long weekend for folks.
Yeah, of course. Once you're watching this, the weekend will be.
Oh, beautiful. Who was that?
That was
Reisfelder?
Brian
Yeah.
Reisfelder, and that's Gibbo. That
I mean, he's timing. The boys are getting better in the air, which I think is a big
that's a great
attribute.
ball.
Yep.
That's Eamon Doherty. Eamon Doherty's going in on goal, and and he gets taken down. A great play though. Went for the ball. That was Kilroy.
You know, Eamon runs with just abandon. You know, he needs a parachute once he gets going, because he's
Yes.
not going to stop.
He runs downhill, and he has since I've started coaching him in 4th grade. And even as a coach, you don't want to get in his way. So I'll give credit to Kilroy and coming out and making Eamon make a decision and getting the better of him. There's Eamon again. Nice pass up to Moy, and that'll be a Westwood throw-in. Yeah. Nice possession play by Tommy Bukavalis. Ricey will get it over to Gibbo. Brian Gibbons and Brian Reisfelder.
Now we're to the possession game. So now let's see if we can penetrate their back line in a very kind of thoughtful way, Mike.
Oh, nice play. Michael Tedites gets the ball, takes it away from Dedham.
And I don't know who that was, ball boy, ball girl, or adult, but nice.
I think that was Coach Rao.
Was he?
Yeah, that was
he had some good range.
Yeah, that's Coach Rao. He extremely athletic. He's cat-like. Although I saw Coach Rao last night at the curriculum night, and the bell had gone off, and my wife and I were walking in the hallway after the bell, and he said, just like your son, you guys are late. So I don't know. I don't know how to take that.
Did he break into any curricula?
No,
Wasn't that Dead Poets Society?
it was. It was.
Oh,
That's a nice.
use your keeper. Use your
tackle.
keeper.
Nice job at Bukavalis. And again, nice patience by Westwood. And a turnover. It's again, but bailed out by his teammate. That's Michael Moylan.
Michael
steps
Moylan,
up. Great
no, nice ball.
That is a great spot. And there's Kilroy to sweep it up. Nice play again. Corey Kilroy coming out of goal, and most impressive player so far for Dedham is their keeper. There's Reisfelder. We'll get it over to Gibbons. That'll be a Westwood throw-in. So Westwood coming off a big win. They're back to one game over 500.
Well, I would say a necessary win.
Absolutely. Yeah, they struggled. They had a bit of a stretch where they were struggling to score goals and getting down early and not playing the brand of soccer that they're all capable of. It's a nice step by number 2 for Dedham. Oh, nice play by Gibbons.
Oh, nice idea by Michael Moylan. I'd like to see our spacing a little bit, little wider, Mike. We're starting to clump up a little bit.
And that's number 2 for Westwood. Patrick Moylan's in the game.
So again, we have the advantage up on our high perch here to see kind of formation, but nice one time.
It's a nice ball, streaking player down the sideline. That looks like it's Ryan Lewis into the game for Westwood as well.
Streaking in the sense of using his speed.
Yes. Not streaking as in the old school streaking. That would be different. And I think illegal in Westwood.
Oh, who's that? Who's that? Oh, got hit in the amen. So we got a direct kick.
We have a direct kick from the, looks like just outside the 18 or about the 19-yard line, 20-yard line if you're playing football. The 30-ish. Michael Moylan will take the free kick. He will try to bend it like Beckham, which is an underrated movie. I enjoy
Speaking of
under-
Mr. Beckham and his investment group, are they they're starting their MLS club next season? Is that the deal?
Oh, what
That's a
play.
nice.
Oh, and then Kilroy again comes up. What a play by Kilroy, but that was a beautifully drawn up play by Westwood.
So,
We may have to block that video because let's be honest. There's a lot of scouts that are going to Westwood Media Center to check out the Westwood plays, and that was a dandy.
that was quite the dandy.
So corner kick, Michael Moylan will take it.
He's throttled it back a little bit, which is it's good to see. Back in the box, I would prescribe.
Nice play. Defender comes up and forces a throw in for Westwood. Ball gets in, and that'll be a goal kick. Kilroy will take another substitution for Dedham. So 14 minutes and 52 seconds to play here in the first half. Westwood with a 1-0 advantage, but definitely putting Kilroy under tremendous pressure.
So, Mike, what I like you doing on the broadcast is summations, which is always good because people obviously just jumping on want to know where we are in the match. That was a hearty leap by, I believe. Was it Patrick Moylan?
That was
Or Michael Moylan?
That was Patrick, I believe. Patrick Moylan, a junior, his younger brother. I'm sorry, Michael Moylan, a junior, his younger brother. Great slide tackle by Tommy Bukavalis. Gets it over to Michael Moylan, up to Eamon Doherty, comes in, and that's a goal. Finally able to get it past Kilroy. 2 defenders coming out. A little chip shot. At the lob wedge.
You know, I always tell the young kids that this game is about, you've got to start with effort and intensity, and then from there you bring your qualities. So that was exhibited by Eamon quite well there. He worked hard and then feathered it back beautifully.
Absolutely. Now, when you say that's what you always tell the kids, what, in what context? Coaching context and life?
More coaching.
Okay, there you go. But quite frankly, intensity and effort is huge in anything you do.
Oh, he's got the bug right now, Eamon. You could see how he's ready to go.
That's Ryan Lewis on the far side. Ryan, a junior, one of I believe 13 or 14 juniors.
Yeah, you've mentioned that on a previous broadcast, the large stockpile of juniors.
Yeah, and it's it's a positive thing, but the team is fairly young in the fact that a number of the juniors didn't play varsity last year, so this team is really kind of finding themselves, and it's great to see against a pretty talented Dedham team. While they might have struggled in the wins and loss column, they've been in a lot of games. So Westwood definitely coming out strong.
Just nobody is on the scoreboard as we're up 2-0.
2-0, and if you're watching from home, you wouldn't know because we don't have a second camera, but we're going to work on that. We're going to up our game.
Well, it does give you indication of the play, Mike, because we have not panned on Nick Barner in quite some time.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Nick Barner's on the field. Nice job by Bryce Whitney. Bryce Whitney gets it over to, that looked like it was Brad.
There he goes. Let me just do a quick pan, and okay, there
He
you
really
go.
is out there. That is
He
Nick
is
Barner.
there, and
Yeah.
it is Halloween, and he is wearing his orange garb.
It's not the worst thing to be a keeper and have a lull.
I think Coach Grant has got in their head that thou shall clear the ball instead of trying to be too technical in the defensive third.
Looks like Kevin Zhang will enter for Westwood at the next dead ball. Nice play. And that'll be a goal kick. It was a nice play by, I believe it was Brad Arsene.
So I'm going to validate. There's the scoreboard 2-0. Just to let you know that we're not fictitiously making up scores.
I didn't think 0 was an actual number in soccer.
I broke out of the nil for the local crowd.
Local crowd, yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, looked like a little bit of a
nice flick.
Push to the back. And that was a good call. I saw it from here. The official that was, right on top of it must have been blocked out by another player. So.
Again, I mentioned he's very, to the point, no ambiguity, and so I'd rather see that than a little softer calls.
Yeah, and that was a good call. There was definite separation caused by the push. So don't blame Bukavalis for the push, but certainly don't blame the official for blowing the whistle.
Ooh,
that's a dangerous play. As a parent, you just hate to see that head-to-head. Soccer, one of the, that's a Ricefeller falls down. Nice centering pass, but nobody home. Ooh. Nice defensive play by Kevin Zhang.
Yeah, so Dedham has some players. I can clearly see there's some soccer players. And that's going to be a corner, right?
Yep, corner kick, excuse me, yes. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to play here in the first half. Westwood 2-0.
So it looks like both Dedham and Westwood have equivalent benches in terms of numbers.
Yeah, both teams. With,
just an observation.
Yeah, no, it is. It's fairly balanced. And that's a great header by Dedham, and that, you're lucky if you're Westwood. You just dodged a bullet.
You went back to the beginning of the telecast. You talked about how they came up with 3 goals against Dover Sherburne. There are some players out here for Dedham, and Westwood needs to be careful. They need to continue to play with some discipline and Take some chances in the upper third.
That was Dylan Maida from Dedham, who came in, got a great header, and just a little too strong.
Ooh, this could be challenging. Orsini used just a kind of a clever path to kind of take him off the ball.
The offensive player went to the right, and he actually, you know, it's almost like a race car. You know, he took the inside track, and there was a funny action on the ball, and it went in his direction. So great play, great reading of the spin of the ball.
Playing it short.
Yeah, that's something I like seeing too. Instead of just giving it up for 50-50, which Westwood has struggled, you know, controlling in the air. Play from the back.
Nice touch.
And again, now you're going to use the aggression of Dedham against them. A little bit of a rush for Westwood. Nice play, gets it up to Eamon Doherty. Eamon Doherty, ooh. And it looks like, again, so Coach Grant going strong in the back. All the seniors have played the full first half. I'm not so sure that's a legal throw, but we'll have to go to the tape at halftime here.
I have to admit I missed it.
I believe he did not come fully behind his head. Bryce gets it up, ball in the middle. Kevin Zhang. Kevin Zhang over to Patrick Moylan. Moylan to Eamon Doherty. And that will be a Dedham throw-in.
It reminded me of a sweep in football. Pretty physical going for that ball. Kind of making the turn, so to speak.
Absolutely. Nice play by Patrick Moylan. Gets the ball and fortunately just over the edge. Oh, that's a tip. And it looks like there's going to be some substitutions. That is Kevin Lyons, it looks. And Jason Moy will come in and replace Brian Gibbons. So it looks like we've got some new players. And that'll go as a goal kick. Oh, I take it back. There was an off the Dedham defender.
We call it the deflection?
Deflection, yes.
Absolutely zero wind tonight.
Yeah, you can see in that far corner, or maybe you can, maybe you can't, but the flags are just dead.
Who got up for that ball?
That was Eamon Doherty.
Okay.
Eamon Doherty got a header on it, and good things happen. Kilroy punts the ball.
Kind of a lollipop punt. Not much distance on that one. I'd like to see Westwood move the ball, move it with some good pace. Sometimes they make the passes a little bit tentative.
Nice pass in the middle. Kevin Lyons, another junior for Westwood. Bukavalis.
You know, it's good. It's nice to see them finding little pockets.
That's a great pass by Brad Orsini. Brad Orsini gets the ball in, and that's a rush by Kevin Lyons. And Lyons will force the. Oh, and actually, I was going to say a throw in for Westwood, but great defensive play there by.
I have to admit, that far side, there's a bit of a shadow.
Yeah.
I could not pick out the
touchline.
touchline.
As we said in previous telecasts, we're old, so we do have trouble seeing.
But I'm making a comeback every year.
Yeah.
That's a handball. Just wanted to prove that the eyesight is. So Doherty out, who's in?
It looks like that is. Oh, that's Stavros Mikalakos, another junior for Westwood.
Stavros, is he 21?
He is. Stavros has had some great opportunities this year. He's made some nice decisions up front, so not surprising to see Coach Grant putting him up front early here. additional substitutions for Westwood. That is Brian Gay, he'll replace Orsini, and that looks like it's Justin Lowe will replace Brian Reisfelder. Justin Lowe, number 29, Brian Gay, number 11.
So Justin playing the
Left position.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move it quick, boys.
Yeah. Coach Grant trying to move some things around. Normally Brian Gay would play the left back position, but
That's how you make a crisp pass.
nice 1-2. Ooh, just a little too wide. And there's Bryce Whitney. Gets the ball in the middle. Kevin Zhang up to Patrick Moylan. Moylan to Kevin Lyons. Yeah, while Westwood has had the better opportunities offensively, I mean, again, this Dedham team is not, they're doing a lot of nice things. By the way, I just had deja vu. That looked like the exact play from earlier where Dan
It
Hill
did.
had
Actually,
it
the
into corner.
previous match, you and I, we verbally got into a tussle about whether that was a throw-in or a corner, and clearly you won that argument.
I did. We had to be restrained. It was, it got aggressive, but.
So what do we have? A little timeout on the
Yeah,
field?
3 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first half. That was a timeout. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it was a timeout by Dedham, down 2-0
Oh, sorry.
to Westwood.
I did a fairly rapid zoom.
Zoom in, zoom out. Yes.
Yeah, it's
so,
a faux pas in the
yes.
in the business.
Yes. Well, again, we had a little bit of a low production quality attempt to capture the national anthem, but I'm really happy we did, because Aaron Fitzgerald, again, I'll say it one more time, if you're picking up this game midway through and you didn't see the start, try to go back to the beginning and watch Aaron Fitzgerald and the national anthem. Absolutely beautiful rendition.
Yep.
And
Now I wonder whether she actually had any formal lessons or it's just, au naturel.
I would bet a lot that she's had some voice lessons. And I say that because I could have all the lessons in the world and I would never be able to do that.
Very impressed with the crowd tonight. Maybe it's the proximity of Dedham allowing for more people in the stands, or whether just Westwood good turnout. But nice to see.
Absolutely. I would say 1,300 in the stands. Give or take.
Was that your SATs? Ooh, could be dangerous, but Barner's got a beat on it, and
Nice job. Yeah, Nick, very seldom out of position. He's absolute nose for the ball, and he doesn't take chances. He comes out when he's supposed to come out. Nice job.
Stavros. Almost
Stavros
done.
and Lions. Again, Westwood having some different lineups here. There's Brian Gay on the far side.
Ooh, that's a nice ball.
I thought that was offsides. Great job. So what you saw there is Brian Gay stepped up defensively, and his line didn't put him in a tough spot by keeping the player onside. They kept their line up high, and so it was an easy offsides call. And again, we'll give the referee of the match so far to the near referee.
Well, the boys trying to play one touch, which is nice to see. Oh, unlucky.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to play. Oh, that looked like a little bit of a push off, but Justin Lowe got away from it. Got away with it, I should say. Brian Gay, ooh, Patrick Moylan, and that was a little deke. Kevin Lyons goes by I'm sorry, that's Bukavalis. Goes by 3 defenders. The fourth.
Nice win by, who's that?
That's the Zanger.
Kevin Zhang.
That's the Zanger, yep.
Oh, nice touch. Who's that? Kevin Lyons?
That is Lyons, yep. Lyons over to Jason Moy. Jason Moy gets in. That's ooh.
Oh, nice left delivery. Justin Lowe. Okay. It's good work. sometimes you gotta get a little bang here and there to
Absolutely.
kind
That's,
of get into the game.
Daniel Perna with some physicality for Dedham. Ooh, nice step in.
Ball. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think he took a little bit of the crowd hush and awe into that decision.
No, I didn't see if he got foot first or ball first, though. So
Oh, he was clearly ball.
yeah, I didn't.
I could hear that brine ball.
Yeah, there you go. So now you're not only can you see better than everybody, but you can hear better than everybody. You're a talented individual, Mr. T. Dites.
I think I can hear fairly well.
I've got really good ears. My hearing is awesome.
I came from. Yeah, we'll stop there.
Dan Hiller with a.
So you hate to see a breakdown with the number of subs coming in at one time, but nice play. And who's that?
Nice job. There's Jason Moy.
Jason Moy coming back from his offensive job to take a defensive posture, which is nice.
Bryce Whitney with some nice plays there. And that will be a uncostly mistake by Westwood because that's the end of the first half. After one here at Flay High Field in Westwood, Westwood with a 2-0 advantage over the Marauders of Dedham. And we're back. Of course, you didn't really realize we left you. It was like instantaneous.
Yeah, the marvel of
It's amazing.
the digital recording.
Digital world changes
The digital world.
everything. So Westwood will. I'm not going to say they're going back to starters because it looks like there's a couple of changes out there. But in the back, that is a all defensive back line. Well, it looks like they might have changed up the formation. Looks like they're going 3 in the back. And right as I say that, it looks like Brad Orsini drops back, so they are still in the 4-5-1 formation.
Now, do you think the sun will be in Nick's eyes this half?
You know, I'll leave the weather and the sun glare to you.
I chuckle at that.
Yeah, but I'm going to say no. No, that really won't be.
Orsini, nice touch.
A little too strong, but
no,
nice,
but I mean
nice
to
play.
receive that
Absolutely.
pass had a lot of pace on it. It's not an easy pass to retrieve.
There's Jason Moy that will get the ball up.
And off the sternum of number 17, the Marauder 17.
Off the midsection of the Marauders.
You know, I would say that Maroon and Marauders are good good blend.
It was a nice. I mean, really, when it came down to their choice of colors, it was pretty obvious. Orsini will control the ball, get it over to Moylan. Moylan goes around the defender.
Mike, previous matches we talked about communication. I don't know. I'm not hearing it tonight, but then again, maybe the new equipment we're utilizing tonight.
Yeah, we are in our little bubble. We can't really hear or see any. Well, see a little bit, and supposedly your hearing hasn't been affected though, because you have great hearing regardless.
Talk about it later.
So again, if you're just joining us here in the second half, Westwood with a 2-0 advantage over the Dedham Marauders here at Flay High Field on senior night. In a little bit, we'll go over all the seniors and their parents, give a little shout out. Great ceremony. Oh, that's Josh Morrison-Deutsch playing up front, causing havoc. A little bit later, we'll go over all the seniors and their parents, give them a shout out. But there was a great
Nice tackle. Who was that? Bukavalis?
It was. There was a great
Moylan, a flick over to
that's Moy.
Moy. Good shield by Jason. Brad,
And that will go over to
that good call. The refereeing crew tonight, pretty much spot on.
Yeah. You were only upset about one call.
I mean,
Which
it's. I'm sorry, it's in the DNA.
Exactly. Channeling your Tommy Heinsohn.
speaking of that, I tell you, I was pleasantly surprised with the Celtics' first preseason game.
Yeah, you know what? I think everybody here, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are tuning into this telecast just to see what we think of the Celtics. But, you know, the Celtics, it's going to be an interesting year. I mean, they've got a lot of talent, but, you know, when you turn over all but 3 players on your team, it's similar to this Westwood soccer team. I mean, lots of turnover. And, you know, it took Westwood a little while to find their stride, but hopefully they're clicking at the right time.
That was an interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. That didn't make any sense. But, you know, we'll go.
No, not your commentary. The Marauders, both players almost conjoined there and couldn't come up with the ball. That's a really nice tackle. You don't see the slide tackle as much in today's high school game, but there is a place.
Absolutely.
Ooh, difficult ball.
Nice play. That's Bryce Whitney, senior tri-captain.
I think with each game he gets more precise in his heading game.
Yeah, and Bryce a 3-year varsity player. There's Josh Morrison. Nice head flick. Ooh, I thought it was right on Moylan's foot. That's Bryce Whitney gets the ball over to Michael Tiedites. Tiedites to Givens. Oh, nice play. Goes right by the defender.
A little heavy, almost. You wonder whether that was a conscious switch.
That's Hiller over to Tiedites. Tiedites with tried to thread the needle.
I think you used that little line a couple games ago and questioned what threading the needle actually was, how that was brought in.
You know how
The idiom.
The thread, and you're trying to get the thread through the through the head of the needle. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That was a tight squeeze, but he got it through. Well, that's a great ball, and that's right onto Michael Tiedites' foot. Just unable to collect it and go past Kilroy. And Kilroy stepping up at the right time.
Call me crazy, but that's a great name for a keeper, Kilroy, isn't it?
Yeah. There's Dan Hiller. And Hiller will stand up the.
Yep, that's what you want to do. It's smart defensive play.
And nice step by Tiedites.
Is that Kevin Zhang?
That's the Zanger. Nice step by Morrison Deutsch to Tiedites. Tiedites will assess the field, and he will switch it back over to Orsini. A little bit too much juice on his one touch.
Michael Moylan, nice play into Deutsch.
Oh, nice play. Play it back. You get it wide side to Brian Reisfelder, and Reisfelder just a little wide. Nice play, stepping up.
And literally, we hear this all the time in sports. You got to really step up. But in this case, he literally stepped up.
Literally stepped up. Could have gone backwards, but he stepped up. Nice job by Tiedites. Gets the ball to Givens. Back to Tiedites.
A little overzealous.
But a mistake. And that'll be a Westwood throw-in.
Yep.
Brad Orsini getting a lot of playing time tonight. It's great to see on senior night.
He's earned it as far as I'm concerned tonight. He's really played very well.
Another throw-in for Westwood. Josh Morrison Deutsch. You know, this game has its highs and its lows. You know, you score a header and then you end up on your rear end. Oh, nice play. Cutting through is Tiedites. Tiedites gets it over to Givens. Givens tries to give it back and a little too strong. That's Kevin Zhang, and that will be.
He should win the throw-in.
A throw-in.
Yep,
That will be for Dedham.
Oh, I take lumberage with that.
Yeah, you know, because again, your eyesight's that good.
Maroon is one of my favorite colors, and I clearly saw it glance off the maroon kit. They call it a kit.
The kit.
Yeah.
Kit
Oh,
was
nice
the,
step up. Whoever that was, that Michael Moylan?
That was Michael Mullen, yes. So Kit was the famous automobile of one Michael Knight.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, well, while we're playing that game, the men's national team playing tonight, and a lot of the players are going to get a cap.
Are they really?
Do you know what they refer to a cap? I believe the origin came from the British.
Is that the number of games
No,
played?
yeah, number of games played. A cap you would don a new chapeau for every national team you play. Hence the term cap.
Got it. Now I know. Nice possession in the midfield for Westwood tonight. They've really stepped up their game. This is one where you might play it back to your keeper, but no need. Moy. I take it back. That's Kevin Zhang, and there's T. Dites.
A little bit too greedy there. Time to give the ball up a little bit more.
30 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the game. Westwood 2-0.
Now, do you think that there was some discussion about for games because of the crowd control, the barbed wire being set up here at Fly Hive? Is that not going to happen?
You know, they talked a lot about it, but I mean, just this, you know.
Maybe that for that Medfield game.
Yeah,
probably.
the Medfield. You know, I'll tell you, some of the parents in Medfield. I mean, we're still talking about that. You know, the aggression that they were showing.
Naturally, we're having fun.
Absolutely. You know, one mother even said if he scores this goal, it was me, and if he doesn't, it was his father. I mean, that kind of talk. It was.
It's refreshing in this day, in this competitive day and age, right?
Absolutely. So we were at we had a Westwood Media Center strategy session today, and we were talking about the direction and vision of the organization, and we were talking about original programming and creating programming. And one of the ideas was basketball dads or hockey dads or soccer dads, you know, just a reality series following parents of youth sports. And we had a good laugh at that because, as you can imagine, it would be pretty crazy no matter what sport you chose. Because we as parents we're all crazy. It's just a matter of what percentage.
You know, along those lines, really not really along those lines, but I was perusing some videos of I'm sorry, it escapes me, the Celtics coach. Brett Stevens. And along with the Coaching Alliance, a lot of youth soccer puts out some emails, and they had some clips of Brad and talking about the need to remain calm when coaching. And I thought it was really interesting how he said, well, like, obviously I can't do my job if I'm getting emotionally caught up in the match. It was just, you know, if anybody has a chance to look at that, it was a nice little tidbit. Not that we obviously don't know that already, but easier
said than done.
Correct.
Yeah, some of the coaching moments where, again, you know, you want the best for the kids, and nice hip play there by Dan Hiller.
Clearly unintentional.
Unintentional. Plus he had ball first, so there's a good no call. But you know, you want the best for the kids, and in really hot moments, that's where coaches are really separated. You know, coaches that get overcome by the intensity.
I think you'd appreciate it. I was going to send the email to one of the Tri-Valley coaches just to get the point across.
I can guess which one.
I tell you, Brian Gibbons, maybe he'll be a prize fighter because he goes down and he gets right back up all the time. Very much a competitor.
And that's a Rick O'Shea off of Dedham, and that'll be a Westwood throw-in.
And I won't comment. We've already used that line.
Yeah, we've already used that one. We can use it once per game. So what's the moon tonight? And if you pan up, you might be able to see the moon, but that might cause issues. We won't do that.
Yeah, well, I won't be panning, but
It's a beautiful moon.
it is a beautiful moon.
You're our weather analyst, so what?
You know, the Farmer's Almanac. Yeah.
Far side, it's Michael Tiedites, and
He
nice
tried
defensive
to-
play by one of the senior captains for Dedham.
Felt like it was at the races there.
Absolutely.
The gun was off, and they're hustling down the sidelines.
Reisfelder will get it over to Kevin Zhang. Zhang in the middle. Back to Gibbons. Gibbons to
Slid to right to the Dedham. That's a nice trap by. Is that Michael or Patrick?
That's Michael Moylan. Patrick not in the game at this point.
Oh, nice touch by Justin.
And send it. Nice play. It's a great ball. Ooh, nice cut there by the defender.
You know, I don't know if Dedham is dialed into Josh's pace yet. I kind of took him for a surprise.
Absolutely. A nice play by Gibby. Ooh, and he gets taken down.
And per my
Hits right out.
that prize fighter-esque.
There's Michael Tiedites gets the ball back over to Reisfelder. Reisfelder to the middle. A little too much pace. Ooh, nice.
It's nice to see that Josh is just looking for the shot, because you want that up there, up high. You want that striker to be thinking goal all the time.
There's a little bit of a Malachi crunch there. That was Michael Moylan and Kevin Zhang.
We should refer to that as being pancaked.
Pancakes, there you go. Be a free kick from the 46. And that's Bryce Whitney, who controls.
Aye.
Yeah, it's and a swing and a miss.
Orsini, he took a nice line to that ball.
He did.
As the song Meatloaf, almost daring to pick him off.
There we go. We're full of them, full of the references. Looks like there's going to be a substitution for Westwood. It looks like Tommy Bukavalis and Eamon Doherty. I'm going to guess that it's going to be probably take Josh Morrison. Doherty's been doing a lot of running here in the first few minutes. Up front for Eamon Doherty. And then I think one of the midfielders, they'll swap them up. That's Michael Moylan. That ball went past the line. And I only know that because he blew the whistle.
I was going to break in to hold the line by our group of the early 80s. I believe it was Toto.
It was.
And looks like they're taking the long ball home.
Yeah. What was the other Toto song? I left the train down in Africa?
May have been.
Was that a Toto song?
I don't know. But it looks like Westwood taking the yellow brick road here. Nice throw in. I say that because too often we see even kids in high school not throwing the ball in with precision.
Absolutely. Both feet on the ground, behind the head, full extension.
Oh, nice step up. Ooh. I would have thought that would have been called. Nice step up by. Ooh.
And that one will be. You know what, that the first call with Michael Moylan went in. I think that was ball first. I think that probably was the right no call, and then Brad Orsini went down and made contact with the body first. So I don't have a problem with those calls. Be a free kick from the 39. It's a nice ball. Nick Barner. He's literally laughing.
You know,
Can we see him laughing?
I was going to ask you that. I mean, obviously, I'm not adept at the position, the keeper, but he was right on his line. I guess that is proper protocol.
Yep. Oh, great ball. Eamon Doherty streaking up front. He will get there. Cuts back, goes right in, and he might have a...
The Energizer Bunny.
And we're not talking about Brian Gibbons. That's Eamon Doherty. And that's an elbow shove.
Well, I'd like to see, you know, Brad does a nice job of riding a player, an offensive player, and that's what I'd like to see a lot of the Westwood defenders do, take away that time and space, using that kind of hockey term.
And that's right up to Kilroy, and Kilroy, you know, having a little bit of trouble. Wasn't sure if he wanted to catch that or let it bounce, but nice job by Kilroy.
Nice retrieval.
That's Brian Reisfeld, a nice header. Gets it off to Michael Tiedites. So Craig, you're Michael as well.
Indeed.
But you go by Craig. So why don't let's be honest. Most of the Westwood population would love to know the story behind that.
Yeah, I'm glad they would want to know that. Mom just like Craig.
Really? So mom, you know, Dad went with Michael, and Mom like Craig. As far as the name.
No, it goes back to a nice young lad in the hills of western Pennsylvania. Neighbor's name was Craig. Mom thought the young lad was a nice kid, and therein lies why they named me Craig. I don't know. I don't know if I fit that.
But Craig is your middle name.
That's correct.
Got it. That's cool. Good story. But why the going with Craig as opposed
What,
to
the abandonment of
yeah,
Michael?
I mean,
Grandfather referred to me as Mickey, and Mom did not like that.
didn't like it. And that's going to be a foul. That's a good call. The Dedham player was between Michael Tiedites and the ball. And Michael Tiedites' left leg came sweeping through and hit the leg first. So, yeah, so Mickey. Mickey's not the...
Mickey, no.
That's nice.
I guess it's a name for boxers, right? Mickey.
Yeah. Nice job by both Nick Barner, the keeper, and...
He's going to play it short. Then again, he may just kick it.
Head flick by Bukavalis. Bukavalis will possess in the middle. Gets it over to Gibbons. Gibbons out wide. Reisfelder to Bukavalis. Bukavalis in the middle to Michael Moylan. Brad Orsini will come out wide.
Handball. That was definitely handball. Inadvertent by 24 on the Marauders.
Yeah. Nice play by Brad Orsini.
Handball. I guess I'm in the handball outcry right now. Sorry.
That was such a blatant handball, but you know, in the officials, the referee's defense, he was blacked out, and the FAR referee must have been blacked out too. Tiedites in the middle, nice trap. Gets the ball to Moylan.
And a counterattack by Dedham.
Nice outside of the right foot pass. He'll go long. There's
You should.
nice play. That's Dan Hiller. Oh, and he gets taken down, and that is a foul. That is a bad call.
I'm going to challenge that. I thought both players were going for that ball. He was in a position where easily he would fall, but
I disagree because the defender wasn't going for the ball. He actually went to the body when Dan Hiller went to strike the ball. It's a dangerous play.
all right, Judge Wapner.
And Bukovalis goes in shoulder high. I flipped on I don't know if it was HBO or what, but I did happen to see Rain Man recently, and
Speaking of that, I got to go to Target tonight. Didn't he? I don't think there's a Kmart around the area.
there's definitely not a Kmart.
Then
Well,
I-
there is a Kmart.
Was that Dustin Hoffman's line?
It was. Nice play. That's a nice shoulder play.
And you can see why, Dedham's not a bad squad.
I know. I agree. Westwood with a 2-0 advantage. 16 minutes and 35 seconds to play here.
But again, it talks about the fact that you can't, again, you have to have a collection of players. You can't have a team with 3 players. I noticed that there are some players on Dedham have got a degree of skill, but you can't beat 10 players out there plus the goalie.
Play back to Nick Barner. Barner will play it up front to Eamon Doherty.
Streaking up the middle.
And Eamon Doherty maybe take advantage of this. Ooh. Yeah, again, Westwood doing a nice job of causing Dedham to make quick decisions. And that will lead to a turnover.
Looks like Dedham has their desire to push up has clearly has waned.
Tell you, I agree. Brad Orsini's played an impressive game tonight. Ooh, that's a nice defensive play by center back. Brad Orsini's played a nice, controlled game.
Yeah.
Made the right pass, made some very nice traps of the ball. There's Eamon Doherty up front. Cuts back in.
Corner? Thought it glanced off a Dedham player.
Yeah, it's tough to see from this angle. I agree. I would have guessed it would have been a corner as well. But Kilroy will take the goal kick.
Kilroy to kick.
Kilroy with a strong boot. Send it past midfield. All the way back to Dan Hiller. It's Ryan Lewis in for Westwood, number 9.
Smart play just to get the ball out,
Lived right in the middle.
regroup.
Ooh, that's a blatant push in the back. Nice cut.
Ooh, dangerous ball.
That was
Yeah.
a great cut. Great cut
Yeah.
to the net. Nice centering pass.
And just, important to note that when you're delivering across, you really want that outswinger because that keeps the ball away from the keeper. Just a little tip.
So when you say an outswinger, you mean going from the goal line towards the 18, or?
You really want to, if you're a winger, you're delivering that cross. You want to come in from the 6, flaring out to the out away from the goalie.
Got it.
Because that puts that goalie in a degree of limbo. They don't know whether to come out, hold their line.
Kilroy gets the ball out front. That's a deflection off of a Dedham player. Be Westwood throw-in. Brad Orsini to Michael Moylan. Michael will flick it up to Eamon, and ooh.
Michael does a really nice job with those throw-ins. He really shields the ball well, and I would say 90% of the time retains possession, which is nice quality. Yeah, I think some of the Dedham fans taking issue with the spin on the ball.
Is spin illegal?
If you're rotating the ball, sometimes depending on the degree of scrutiny by the ref, they may call it. I didn't think that was egregious throwing.
Moylan has been, when he's throwing that ball in, it's definitely a right-handed.
Yeah, but in that case, he
Dominant-
really wanted to go.
dominant
He
throw.
really wanted to go very deep with that.
Yeah, nice job, Eamon Doherty coming through. Eamon Doherty, see if he can get by Kilroy. Kilroy goes down low. Nice play by the senior tri-captain. Kilroy will punt the ball out to the middle. Nice head flick. There's Bryce Whitney. Bryce will play it back to Nick Barner.
And good, Dedham fans staying in the match, encouraging, very encouraging. And that's a nice turn by Michael Moylan. Fortunately, we're able to keep possession. It was ball went askew.
Nicely said.
Ryan Lewis, good possession.
Nice throw in by Michael Moylan to Michael Tiedites. Tiedites going up front.
Heavy touch.
Plays it
Oh,
up.
nice ball. Sorry if I'm yelling in the.
Yeah, you went from announcer there to fan.
No, that's fine. I mean, that was well played.
It was.
Westwood
Little,
needs to start creating more penetration in third.
That's a
Again,
great
it's a
ball.
nice ball.
Oh, just wide.
So Eamon Doherty having a spectacular evening here at Fly High.
1 goal already in this match, and that was a very similar play where in the first half, he actually had a defender coming out, and he was able to flick the ball over both the defender and the keeper.
And as I was saying, Westwood needs to put some through balls there and just unlock the defense. So it was that Brian Gibbons, I believe. Don't want to misspeak, but through ball.
There's Eamon Doherty again, going one-on-one.
Dispossessed. That's a nice play by the Mike, what I'm noticing is you have a lot of the spectators up in arms about these slide tackles. I don't think they're accustomed to it. It's a very legal play and effective if used properly.
Absolutely.
Nick Barner to punt the ball away. Ryan Lewis giving chase.
And we've got 9 minutes and 20 seconds to play here. Westwood still clinging to a 2-goal lead, but I'll tell you, this is far from over.
Always like to be up by 2. It's the 1-0 games that present a little challenge.
There's another through ball. That's a great looking ball. Oh, that was Brian Gibbons, and that was one.
And I apologize as I was flaring the camera. Hopefully we were able to capture that.
Yeah, I've done it before, where when I'm watching the game and it's great, but I don't happen to have the camera watching it with me.
Well, I mean, I didn't limber up before the broadcast, so my arm was kind of in a knot.
It was if we missed it, it was a great strike by Brian Gibbons. There's Michael Tiedites. Tiedites coming across the middle, and nice step by.
I think we're a little bit too predictable when we do those balls in the corner. You need to play it short, get it in the box.
Nice play. That's a Reisfelder.
Ooh.
Yeah, plenty of space. You get away with that one. Brad Orsini back to Bukavalis.
When in doubt, shield the ball.
7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. It looks like Westwood maybe John Grant may be satisfied with the players that are out there. He's gone with fewer substitutions tonight, but outcome has been good. And it's again senior night, so this is a time where the players have given a lot to the program, and
You got to play to the whistle, kids, as you see out there. That
absolutely.
Dedham has played consistently. I think.
I think Westwood has been the stronger side. I
Oh.
think Westwood clearly has had the better opportunities. Oh, right when I say that he's happy with the players out there. Of course, 2 substitutions coming for Westwood. That's Patrick Moylan, sophomore, will replace his brother. Expect a lot of fallout from this. Michael Moylan not happy that his brother Patrick taking him out of the game. And then Brian Gay will come in, and that looks like Brian Gay will replace Michael Tedites. So we may have issues up here in the booth.
No, I mean it's all about getting kids to play the game, and
Nice play.
I love the way Nick tracked that ball. He quickly deduced, I'm going to get a goal kick if I let this kind of flare out, or and guard against the Dedham player.
So they've got Brian Gay in the middle, one of the midfield positions. It's normally plays one of the back positions. Nice pass over to Patrick Moylan. Patrick Moylan will play it up front. That is to Ryan Lewis. Ryan Lewis, another one of juniors. It takes advantage of a mistake. Ryan Lewis, control.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what a play. So nice job by Ryan Lewis, making his presence known with 5 minutes and 58 seconds to play here at Flay High Field. And this could be really boiled down to a battle of St. Denis, because a lot of the Dedham families go to St. Denis Church in Westwood, and so there's a lot of the Precinct 1 families.
A lot of notes in the bulletins up and down the pews.
Absolutely. This is a highly anticipated matchup. Nice play by Dedham, but then the speed of Bryce Whitney absolutely erases any kind of threat. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Westwood 2-0. Patrick Moylan going hard.
No, Ryan Lewis.
There's Brian Gay in the middle.
Nice ball.
Gets the ball back to Ryan Lewis. The ball's in play. He's got speed. And they're going to call a foul on Ryan Lewis.
He got that. He got the flail of the arm out there a little bit. If he kept it down, shoulder to shoulder, probably would not have been called.
Yep. And again, with a 2-0 advantage, you're not necessarily complaining about that call. Nice job by Brad Orsini. A little too hot there. A little too hot.
Got to run for shelter. Got to run for shade. Oh, it's too
hot. Don't give him space. So in that play, you had Patrick Moylan coming away from.
Was that Reisfelder or on the trap? Because that was nice composure back there.
It was. So in that play, the Westwood midfielder was going away from the play. Is it the right play to always come up to force a decision, or do you want to fall back?
You have to work as a unit because you got to have last defender there. If you do that, you got to almost guarantee that you have somebody that's going to back you up.
There's Eamon Doherty. Eamon Doherty cuts back, gets the ball over to Ryan Lewis. Ryan Lewis up front to Patrick Moylan. Patrick Moylan, wide right, like the Tampa Bay kicker, Nick Folk.
I'm already stretching out to get an invitation for me to
go down to Tampa.
To go down there and.
So again, when you're watching this video, obviously it's been a while since the Patriots played in Tampa, but Nick Folk had a tough night for Tampa Bay. But I couldn't help but sit there and kind of smile because the Jets were continuing to show themselves. And that was a push in the back. Nick Folk, a longtime Jet, having a tough night. Ooh, that's a mistake. Oh, and that's a heartbreaking play. And again, Westwood only up 2-0, giving up a turnover like that. And all of a sudden it's a 1-goal game and anything can happen. So.
But you've got to play under all conditions. You hope that these are just learning experiences for these players.
Yep. Again, as I mentioned, Westwood, nice play again by Orsini. And as I mentioned earlier, that ball goes out of bounds, throw in Dedham. Westwood is a young team. A lot of inexperience out there, so we're continuing to find ourselves.
That's a nice cross.
That's a nice play by Reisfelder, I believe.
And you want, especially on the you want to be first to that ball in the defensive third.
There's Bukavalis. Bukavalis up the middle to
Patrick Moyle, right? Oh, that's a nice ball. One time, nice Ryan Lewis.
Got Brian Gay on the far side. There's Eamon Doherty. Far post. That's where the goal is. Kilroy with a nice play, gets it out of trouble. That was definitely a great opportunity, great scoring opportunity for Westwood. Under 2 minutes to play. Nice defensive play in the middle there by Brian Gibbons.
See, that's right there. That's not. Brad was dispossessed simply by his teammates not telling him he was going to have a Dedham company.
Yeah, it's bad. That's bad company.
It's a nice turn by Bukavalis. Let's change the field. So we're going to be close to the conclusion of this match, Mike, any moment.
Played into the box, and that's Kilroy coming up. It's good to say Kilroy one more time. I like that name. I'm a fan. And that's Ryan Lewis. So yeah, under a minute. Here's Brian Gay. Gets the ball over to Eamon Doherty. Brian Gay continue to pass.
So Brian, he plays soccer throughout the year. Does he play a midfield position ever?
No. We thought he had a streaking player. Not really, no.
He's got the defensive bent.
Yeah, defensive-minded player, definitely. So Westwood will win against the Dedham Marauders. Final score from Play High Field, 2-0. And one of the things I promised that I did not do was go over the seniors. And I think we're going to do a quick senior recap for all of the viewers at home. So again, we had senior players, Nick Barner, Father Stephen, Mother Susan Barner, Nick, one of the tri-captains, Nick Fusco, Father Al and Mother Fran, Brian Gibbons, his father is Ken and his mom is Jeanette, Dan Hiller, his mom is Kelly, his father is Tom, Brad Orsini, Amy and Craig, mom and dad respectively, Brian Reisfelder, Andrea and Bob, and finally Bryce Whitney, Nancy and Steve. So hats off to all of our seniors. What a great night here at Westwood, and as you said earlier, phenomenal weather. Westwood winning this first annual Battle of Precinct 1. Westwood used to be part of Dedham, but not anymore. We now own
Good, very good reference.
For Play High Field, I'm Mike Gay.
Greg Tiedites.
We'll see you next time.